Good evening to all. So we have only Bashita today, so that is why I was just waiting for a couple of minutes to see whether others are also joining. But since they have not joined yet, so we will start with today's lesson without waiting for them. So maybe they will join while we are doing it. Right? Okay. So if we recall what we discussed last Monday, I think I showed you how we are going to write different steps when we are giving instructions on how to make something, right? So here you are given a few examples which you can use it, or else you can do something else. So Bashita, did you have any time to write anything? Bashita?
Yes, teacher.
Did you have any time to write something on this?
Yes, teacher.
Right. Okay. So if you completed, would you like to read it to us? In this case today, only I will be here, but would you like to read it? Maybe I will type it here. Would you like to read it, Bashita? Bashita?
Teacher, ඉස්කෝලේ වැට හින්දා මේක කරන්න නම් බැරි වුණා teacher.
Hi, come on, right? Okay, it's okay. So you have till next Monday, right? ලබන සවුන්දා වෙනකනේ අපි ආයෙත් හම්බෙන්නේ. ඒතර ලබන සවුන්දා ඒ වගේ අතර කාලෙදී මේක ලියන්න, right? ඒක හන්ද හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ, right? Okay, so in that case maybe we will go to the next activity, right? So we will work on the activity 5 on the workbook. So what we need to do is match the pictures with the phrases, right? So if we, if we go down, right? So we are given some pictures and we need to match which phrase is matching for which picture, right? So you are given this kind of different picture, so you need to select which one is going to be matched for this picture, right? So Bashita, you can take a couple of minutes to read what are given here, and then I will read it for you as well, and then we can do the exercise, right? So you can try to do it by yourself, right? So look at these pictures and look at these words, the phrases which are given, and try to match which phrase is relevant to which picture, right? So I will give you maybe few minutes, right? So maybe 5 minutes. But if you finish it before the 5 minutes, you can raise your hand and let me know so that we can start discussing the answers, right? So Bashita, you can take 5 minutes and then we can discuss the answer. Right. Good evening to all. I think 2 of you have joined just now. So I can see Anuttara and Sahasna. but I'm not sure whether you have been in the classes earlier. So Anuttara, would you like to introduce yourself? Who are you and where are you from? What is your school? Anuttara?
Yes.
Right. I think this is the first time you are joining for these lessons. Am I correct? Anuttara, is this the first time you are joining for these lessons?
What case?
Is this the first time you are joining for these lessons? Sahasna, what about you? Anuttara? Anuttara? මාව ඇහෙනවද දන්න? Sahasna? Right. Okay. I'm not getting any answer from Anuttara and Sahasna. So in that case, I will continue with the lesson. But if you have any questions, you can raise. So for the grade 7 English, up to now, we have done 5 lessons. So in the English workbook, generally what I do is the English workbook and your pupils book. So we have in the pupils book, in the unit 1, we have completed these few activities. So those recorded videos are there so that you can access them. And we have stopped from at activity 5 in the pupils book, and today actually we started with the exercises related to the workbook. So in workbook also we have completed these first 4 activities. Actually we are yet to discuss this 4th activity. So we started today to do this 5th activity. Right? So in the 5th activity, what we need to do is we need to match the pictures with the phrases. Right? So අපිට මෙතන දීලා තියෙනවා රූප ටිකක් වම් පැත්තේ, දකුණු පැත්තේ ඒකට හරියන යම් කිසි මේ يعني වම් පැත්තේ තියෙන පින්තූර පෙන්눔 කරන්නේ මොනවාද කියන එක ලිස්ට් එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේ දෙක මැච් කරන එක යා කරන එක තමයි අපි කරන්නේ. right? දැන් ඒක තමයි අපි කරන ගමන් හිටියේ. මම හිතන්නේ භාෂිත ඉවර වෙලා අත උස්සලා තියෙනවා. Right? So we will start discussing the answers. Right? So Anuttara and Sahasna, if you already have the book, if you have your workbook, you can take your workbook and try to find the answers for this, right? Okay, Bashita, so I hope you have completed. Right. So Bashita, would you like to try the first one? This one. What is this?
A jug of water.
Yes, very good. A jug of water. Right. So me tiyenne watura joguwak. So how we are going to find? We are given that a piece of cheese, a bowl of sugar, a packet of tea, a cup of tea, a jug of water, a slice of bread, right? So the first one given here, it is a jug of water, watura joguak, right? Okay, so the second one, Bashita, would you like to try?
A slice of bread.
Yes, very good. So this is a slice of bread, right? අපි දන්නවා පාන් ගෙඩිය තියෙනවා. ඒක අපි පාන් පෙති කපනවා. මෙතන පෙන්නලා තියෙන එක පෙත්තක්. එතකොට ඒක එකක්. එතකොට slice පෙත්තක් කියන එක තමයි slice කියන්නේ. A slice of bread. Right? Third one. Bashita, would you like to try the third one?
A piece of cheese.
Yes, very good. A piece of cheese. Right? අපි දන්නවා cheese අපි දැකලා තියෙනවානේ. කේජු කියලා සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ a piece of cheese. එතන මේ කෑල්ලක් තියෙන මුළු cheese එකක් ගත්තොත් ඒක ලොකුවට තියෙන්නේ. ඒකෙන් කොටසක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒක හන්ද තමයි අපි කියන්නේ a piece of cheese. Right? Now you can see here it is a slice of bread. It is not the total loaf of bread, but it is a slice of bread. And this is a piece of cheese. Right. Bashita, would you like to try the fourth one?
A bowl of sugar.
Yes, a bowl of sugar. Right? So this is a bowl of sugar. අපි සීනි යම් කිසි භාජනයක තමයි දාන්නේ. එතකොට මේක bowl එකක තමයි දාලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට අපි ඒකට කියන්නේ a bowl of sugar. Right. So would you like to try the fifth one?
A packet of tea.
Yes, very good. I think I heard a couple of answers, but I did not see who answered it. But very good. I think almost all of you got it correct. It is a packet of tea. Right? So තේ කොළ packet එකක් තියෙන්නේ. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කඩේට ගියාම ගන්න තේ කොළ packet නේ. ඒ වගේ packet එකක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Right. So what is the last one?
A cup of tea.
Yes, very good. So it is a cup of tea, right? So rather than when what you need to learn here is when we are writing something like this tea. මේ තේ කෝප්පයක් නේ අපි දැන් සිංහලෙන් උනත් කියන්නේ තේ කෝප්පය. එතකොට අපි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ලියනකොට අපිට නිකම්ම tea කියලා ලියන්න බෑ. ඒක කෝප්පයක තියෙන තේ. එතකොට ඒක තමයි අපි a cup of tea. Right? In English, when we are writing, we always use a bowl of sugar, right? A piece of cheese, right? So these things we need to know when we write in English. We cannot write simply, I have sugar, I have cheese, I have tea. And even we cannot say, I have a tea packet. It is not the proper English. We need to write a packet of tea. I have a packet of tea, not water jug. It is a jug of water, right? So even when we sometimes say a teacup, but it is not correct, a cup of tea, right? Because this cup contains tea. So that is why we say it is a cup of tea, right? So I hope this is clear to you because it is not quite difficult. And if we move on to the next activity in the same workbook, you can see the next activity is to draw, right? So since it will take a lot of time at the lesson, if we are going to draw, we will not be doing this in the class. But here also, I have just inserted some pictures, right? So මේ කියලා තියෙනවා අපිට අඳින්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ. So I have actually found some pictures and included, but you can draw it when you have some time, right? So, but here also what you need to understand is using of this word of, right? So we do not say honey jar. We say a jar of honey because this jar is full of honey, right? If we say just a honey jar, සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එහෙම jar එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකේ කිසිම දෙයක් අපි දාලා නැත්තම් තමයි just jar කියන්නේ, right? But if we have something inside it, we have to say a jar of honey, right? Right? So you should have a jar of honey, right? And if we take a cake, right? So we know we have a large cake, but out of that here, what we have is a small piece. So in that case, we cannot say cake piece. It is wrong. It should be a piece of cake. I cannot say I'm eating a cake piece. It is wrong. I'm eating a piece of cake, right? And then this is a paper, right? So when we take a paper, we cannot say a paper sheet, right? So we will have to say a sheet of paper, right? And this is a line of clothes. So what do we mean by clothes? That is what we wear, right? Clothes can ඇඳුම්. එතකොට line of clothes means අපි ඇඳුම් එල්ලලා තියෙන වැලක්, right? So ඒකට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ a line of clothes, right? And this is a bunch of bananas. So what do we mean by a bunch of bananas? It is අපි සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ කෙහෙල්ලවරිය කියලා, right? එතකොට ඒ වගේ we cannot say a banana bunch. We have to say a bunch of banana, right? So always keep in mind that we will have to use it in this way when we are writing in English or even when we are speaking in English. That is the correct way, right? And a kilo of rice, right? It can be rice or anything, a kilo of sugar, even it can be a kilo of dal. Likewise, we will have to say a kilo of rice, right? So I have just inserted some pictures, but if you like, you can draw them at home, right? Okay, and then I think this is better. We can do this activity now, right? So since we have few of you joined, I think here I can see a few new names. Anuttara, do you have any questions or anything? I can see you have raised your hand. Do you have any questions? මොනහරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? Right. Okay. I think it was
No.
right. Okay. I think it was a mistake. It's fine. Right. Okay. Sorry. Right. So let's move on to activity 7. Right. So I hope you also have your books. Right. So here you are given some information related to Ananda Kumaraswamy, right? So I hope you might have heard about him, right? And even if you haven't, you will get to know about him and what he has done. So take few minutes and try to read this by yourself, right? So I will read it later, but try to read this first. I will give you 5 minutes to read. There will be few difficult words. Samhara වචන අමාරු වෙයි, but it is okay. පුළුවන් විදියට කියවන්න try කරන්න. එතනට වෙනකල් you can read it until here, and then what we actually need to do is we need to find the information and write it here, right? So we have to see what is his name, when is his birthday, where he was born. So likewise, we will have to find different information of Ananda Kumaraswamy, right? So you do not need to go on to writing the answers yet. We will first try to read, right? So take 5 minutes. I will give you 5 minutes. Try to read it by yourself, right? And note down if there are any difficult words, and then I will read it to you so that you can understand how we are going to read it, right? So take 5 minutes and read this paragraph and also this paragraph until here. And after 5 minutes, I will read it, and then we will move on to find the information for this, right? So take 5 minutes and read it.
Are you finished?
Who was that? Is it Deumini? All right, we will wait just for another 1 to 2 minutes, right? So if you have finished, just let me know. You can raise your hands and let me know, and then we will start discussing, right? Right. Okay. So I think all of you have completed reading. So would any one of you like to read it to us? I would like to give you a chance to read. Would anyone like to read? Maybe you can raise your hands. Yes, Anuttara or Kalani, would you like to read?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you can read. Yes, Anuttara, would you like to read?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Start reading then. Anuttara.
Yes.
ඔයාට කියවන්න කැමති නම් ඔයාට කියවන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාට කියවන්න අවස්ථාව දීලා තියෙනවා. අනුත්තර ඔයා කියවනවද? පිට ඇහෙන්න කියවන්න. අනුත්තර අපිට ඇහෙන්න කියවන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාට. හැමෝටම මෙතන ඉන්න හැමෝටම ඇහෙන්න ඔයාට මයික් එක අන්මියුට් කරලා කියවන්න පුළුවන්.
No.
Right, okay. So you do not want to read. Right, okay, it's okay. Bashita, would you like to read?
Yes, teacher.
Right, okay. So start reading.
Ananda Kentish Kumaraswamy was born in Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. He was born on 22nd August 1877. His father was Muthu Kumaraswamy and his mother was Elizabeth Beatty. Kumaraswamy entered Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire and entered University College London. He studied geology and botany. Then he served in Sri Lanka as geologist and mineralogist. Kumaraswamy wrote more than 30 books on different subjects. Origin of Buddha image, the essential elements of Buddhist iconography are some of the books he wrote. Kumaraswamy made important contribution to philosophy of art, literature, and religion. This great person died in 1947, age of 70.
Right, okay. Very good, Bashita. Very good attempt. Right, ගොඩක් හොඳයි. Okay, so I will just read it for you because I saw there were few words which you were not clear. So maybe the other students, you also are not sure. So I will read it once. Right, so listen carefully. Ananda Kentish Kumaraswamy was born in Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. He was born on 22nd August 1877. His father was Muthu Kumaraswamy and his mother was Elizabeth BB. Kumaraswamy attended Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire and entered University College, London. He studied geology and botany. Then he served in Sri Lanka as a geologist and mineralogist. Kumaraswamy wrote more than 30 books on different subjects: Origin of the Buddha Image, The Essential Elements of Buddhist Iconography, etc. are some of the books he wrote. Kumaraswamy made important contributions to the philosophy of art, literature, and religion. This great person died in 1947 at the age of 70. Right, so I hope it was clear to you. Maybe I will read once again, right? Sorry. Okay, I think the total paragraph is clear now. Right. Ananda Kentish Kumaraswamy was born in Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. He was born on 22nd August 1877. His father was Muthu Kumaraswamy and his mother was Elizabeth BB. Kumaraswamy attended Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire and entered University College, London. He studied geology and botany. Then he served in Sri Lanka as a geologist and mineralogist. Then he served in Sri Lanka as a geologist and mineralogist. Kumaraswamy wrote more than 30 books on different subjects: Origin of the Buddha Image, The Essential Elements of Buddhist Iconography, etc. are some of the books he wrote. Kumaraswamy made important contributions to the philosophy of art, literature, and religion. This great person died in 1947 at the age of 70. Right? So I will just quickly go through few of these, I could say, difficult words, right? So first one I highlighted here, Ceylon. I think you know that Sri Lanka was earlier known as Ceylon, right? So then Sri Lanka කියලා කිව්වට ඉස්සර ලංකාව හැඳින්වුවේ Ceylon කියලා. ඒක හන්ද තමයි, ඒ කියන්නේ කොළඹ ලංකාවේ කියන එක තමයි මෙතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ, right? And then this is when he was born. කවදාද ඉපදුනේ? This is his father and mother's names. අම්මගේ තාත්තගේ නම් තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මෙතන තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද ඉගෙන ගත්තේ කියන එක, right? So Kumaraswamy attended කියන්නේ අපි ඉස්කෝලේට යනවා කියන්නේ වගේ අපි we attended to school. අපි ඉස්කෝලේට ගියා. ඒ වගේ attended කියන එක තමයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire, right? මේවායේ pronunciation එක ඒ රටේ හැටියට තමයි තියෙන්නේ. GLOU කියලා තිබ්බට GLOUCES කියලා තිබ්බට ඒක අපි කියවන්නේ Gloucestershire, right? And entered University College, London. He studied geology and botany. Geology and botany. Do you know what do we mean by geology and botany? Right. Geology means the subject which we study about, we could say, the earth, right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහලා ඇති භූ විද්‍යාව. So geology කියන්නේ භූ විද්‍යාව කියන එක, right? So if you do not know these words, ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ වචන දන්නේ නැත්නම් පොඩ්ඩක් ඒවා සිංහලෙන් හරි තේරුම ලියා ගන්න. මොකද මේවා ඉස්සරහට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? So geology කියන්නේ භූ විද්‍යාව කියන එක. සහ ඊළඟට තියෙන්නේ botany. Botany කියන්නේ උද්භිද විද්‍යාව. ඒ කියන්නේ ශාක ගැන. right? ශාක එක විවිධ වර්ගයේ ශාක ඒ වගේ දේවල් තමයි botany කියන්නේ. එතකොට එයා ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙන්නේ භූවිද්‍යාව සහ ශාක සම්බන්ධ දේවල්. right? Then he served in Sri Lanka as a geologist and a mineralogist. So geologist කියන්නේ geology කියන්නේ භූගෝල විද්‍යාව. එතකොට එයා වැඩ කරේ භූගෝල විද්‍යාඥයෙක් විදියට. right? geologist කියන්නේ ඒ විද්‍යාව සම්බන්ධයෙන් වැඩ කරන අය. ඒතකොට ජියොලොජි සම්බන්ධයෙන් වැඩ කරන අය තමයි ජියොලොජිස්ට්. right? ඊළඟ මිනරලොජිස්ට්. මිනරල් කියන්නේ මොනවාද? මිනරල් කියන්නේ මොනවාද කියලා දන්නවද? මිනරල් කියන්නේ khනිජ. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහලා ඇති khනිජ කියන දේවල් khනිජ ලවණ කියලා කියන ඒ වගේ khනිජ කියන එකට තමයි mineral කියන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ khනිජ සම්බන්ධයෙන් වැඩ කරන කෙනෙක්ට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ mineralogist, right? Geologist and mineralogist. Okay. Kumaraswamy wrote more than 30 books on different subjects. විවිධ පොත් ලියලා තියෙනවා පොත් 30ක් විතර. විවිධ මාතෘකා යටතේ විවිධ කාරණා යටතේ. Origin of the Buddha image. right? මේකේ තේරුම වෙන්නේ බුද්ධගේ බුදුහාමුදුරුවන්ගේ පින්තූරය කොහොමද ආවේ? ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක කොහෙන්ද පටන් ගත්තේ? ඔරිජින් කියන්නේ පටන් ගන්න තැන කියන එක, right? ඔරිජින් කියන්නේ යමක් පටන් ගන්න ස්ථානය කියන්නේ. මෙතන the essential elements of Buddhist iconography කියන්නේ බුද්ධ ආගමේ තියෙන වැදගත්, essential කියන්නේ වැදගත් elements කියන්නේ කොටස් කියන එක. ඒ කියන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් බුද්ධ ආගමේ විවිධ දේවල් තියෙනවානේ. තියෙන විවිධ දේවල් ගැන තමයි ඒ පොතේ තියෙන්නේ. right? The essential elements of Buddhist iconography, right, are some of the books he wrote. Kumaraswamy made important contributions. Contribution කියන්නේ දායකත්වය. ඒ කියන්නේ මම යම් කිසි දෙයකට උදව් කරනවා නම් මම යම් කිසි දෙයක් කරනවා නම් අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් මම I'm doing a contribution, right? සමහර ලාවට අපි පන්සලක් හදන්න සල්ලි දෙනවා වෙනවා. ඒතර අපි දායකත්වය දක්වනවා. I contributed to construct the temple, right? So like we can use contribution, right? Important contribution to the philosophy of art, literature and religion, right? Philosophy කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Philosophy කියන්නේ දර්ශනය කියන එක, right? අපි කියන ආගම, දහම ඒ වගේ කියද්දී අපි කියන දර්ශනය කියලා යම්කිසි දැක්මක් කියන එක. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ කියන art කියන්නේ චිත්‍ර, literature කියන්නේ සාහිත්‍ය, religion කියන්නේ ආගම, right? Religion මේක GION තිබ්බට අපි කියවන්නේ religion. ඒ කියන්නේ ආගම, right? මම බුද්ධ ආගමේ නම් my religion is Buddhist, right? Literature කියන්නේ සාහිත්‍ය, right? ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ සාහිත්‍ය. art කියන්නේ චිත්‍ර. ඒතර මේ කියන දර්ශනයවල ඒ කියන පාරවල් වල තමා විශේෂ දායකත්වයක් දීලා තියෙන්නේ, right? This great person died in 1947 at the age of 70. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ පුද්ගලයා මිය ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ අවුරුද්දේ මෙන්න මේ වයසේදී, right? So I just explain few things in Sinhala as well. Generally I do not explain in Sinhala, but since this paragraph I think some of these words which I explained are complex, I explained it in Sinhala as well. So I hope it is clear to you. So our next activity, or what we need to do here, is to find this information, right? So since we have only a little bit of time, maybe we can, sorry. We can try to find the answers together, right? Okay, so first one, right? So I will ask, you can give the answers and I will type it here, right? So what is the name of this person which we read about? Can you tell me what is his name? Can someone tell me his name, his full name? I will type it. Yes, very good. Ananda Kentish Kumara Swami, right? Ananda Kentish Kumara Swami. You can find the answer here, Ananda Kentish Kumara Swami, right? Birthday. When is his birthday? Can someone tell me when is his birthday?
22nd August 1870.
7, yes, very good. 22nd August 1877. 1877 අගෝස්තු 22. Right, and then we need to find the village or the town where he was born. ඉපදිච්ච ගම හෝ නගරය. Can someone tell me where? Sorry?
In Colombo.
Yes, very good. Colombo. Colombo. Right, okay. And then we need to find the name of his father. Can you remember the name of his father?
Mr. Muthuswamy Kumaraswamy.
Yes, very good. So you added Mr. So we will keep Mr. Muthu
Kumaraswamy.
Kumaraswamy. Right. And then we need to find the name of his mother. Can someone tell me what is his mother's name? Yes. Can someone tell me?
Elizabeth Bibi.
Yes, good. Elizabeth. Sorry. Elizabeth Baby. Right? Okay, and then we need to write the schools and universities attended. What is his school? What was his school? Yes, can someone tell me what is his school?
Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire.
Yes, Wycliffe College in Wycliffe College in Gloucestershire, right? Gloucestershire. And the university? Yes.
And University College.
Yes, very good. And University College in London. Right, so I think you cannot see it. I will just enter. So this should be the answer for this one, right? Wycliffe College, Gloucestershire, and University College, London, right? And then we need to find, sorry, what are the subjects he learned? Can you let me know what are the subjects he learned?
Geology and botany.
Yes, very good. Geology and botany. So what is geology? Bhugola Vidya, right? Yes. And botany? Yes, Shaka Gana. Udbida Vidya, right? Udbida Vidya. Right. And then we need to find profession. So what do we mean by profession? The word is profession. Do you know what do we mean by profession? Can someone tell me? Profession කියන්නේ රැකියාව කියන්නේ, right? What is his job? What did he do? So can you tell me what was his profession? It can be one or two. Can you tell me what?
Geologist and mineralogist.
Yes, very good. Geologist and mineralogist. Right? Geologist and mineralogist. Right. And then we need to write what are the works he has done. Yeah, කරපු දේවල් මොනවාද? Or books written. What are the books he has written? Yes, can someone tell? I will type, but while I'm typing, can someone say? Right. So what are the works he has done, or what are the books he has written? Origin,
Origin of the Buddha image.
yes, origin of Buddha image. Sorry for that. Origin of Buddha image. And the other one is the essential elements of Buddhist iconography, right? The essential elements of Buddhist iconography. And the last one, I think this one is easy, right? Death. When did he die? When did he die?
(1947) at the age of 70.
Yes, 1947, right? So he died in 1947, and we can say at the age of 70. Right, okay. Right, so I hope now it is clear to you. So these are the answers. I hope you had enough time to write them by yourself. So always when you are writing, make sure that you write spellings correctly, right? So especially when we are reading this kind of paragraph, what you should study is how to read, as well as you need to see what are the spellings, right? So next time if I ask, how do you spell geology? Right? කොහොමද අපි geology කියන එක කියන්නේ? මොනවාද ඒකේ spellings? මොනවාද ඒකේ අකුරු කියලා ඇහුවොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ කියන්න GEOLOGY. Right? මේ වගේ ඡේද කියවනකොට අපි හරියට මේ වාක්‍ය කියවන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම අපිට ආයෙත් ඒවා ලියන්න වුණොත් අපි ඒ වචනවල අකුරු spellings දැනගන්න ඕනේ. අක්ෂර වින්‍යාසය දැනගන්න ඕනේ. Right? So study these things. I think I have ඔක්කොම අමාරු වචන වගේවා තමයි මම මේ මාක් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒවා බලන්න ගෙදරදී තනියම ලියලා බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හරියට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Right? අපි activities කීපයක් කරලා තව සතියකින් දෙකකින් dictation අසාලිවීම. කියන්නේ මම කියනකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ වචන ලියන්න. ඒ වගේ පොඩි activities ටිකකුත් කරමු. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ improve කරගන්නවා ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ වචනවල spellings ඒ වගේ දේවල්. Right? Okay, so yes, so now it is almost it is already 8 has passed, so it is the time for us to end the lesson for today, right? So since we have one exercise already to complete, not this one, maybe since other few students are also here, අපි ගිය පාර ඇත්තටම මෙන්න මේ ඇක්ටිවිටි එක homework ගෙදර වැඩ විදියට කරගෙන ඉන්න කියලා කිව්වා. අද හැබැයි අපේ කලින් ක්ලාස් එකේ හිටපු වැඩි දෙනෙක් නැති හන්ද අපි මේක කියෙව්වේ නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් අපේ මේ ක්ලාස් එක ආයෙත් තියෙන සවුන්දානේ. ලබන සතියේ සවුන්දා එනකොට මෙතන කියලා තියෙන මේ මොනා හරි මේ දීලා තියෙන මාතෘකා වලින් එකක් තෝරගෙන ඒ අපි උදාහරණයක් විදියට ගත්තොත් kite එක කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? සරුංගලේ. right? අපි කොහොමද kite එකක් හදන්නේ කියන එක මෙතන ලියන්න ඕනේ. right? Write the steps of making any one of the following. If we take the kite, සරුංගලය ගත්තොත් සරුංගලය හදන්නේ කොහොමද? How to make a kite, how to make a doll. right? එතකොට වාක්‍ය පහක්, අවම වශයෙන් වාක්‍ය පහක්, උපරිම වශයෙන් වාක්‍ය 10ක් වෙනකල් අතරේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. මේක ගෙදරදී ලියාගෙන එන්න. අපි ලබන සවුන්දා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියාගෙන ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පන්තිය මටයි ඔයාලගේ මේ යාළුවන්ටයි කියවන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට අපි බලමු ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද ලියලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. right? So I expect all of you to write something on this for activity 4, and I hope when you are coming for the next class on Monday you will have it ready. Right? So you will have to read it to all of us. Right? So this is going to be your homework for today. I will not be giving any other homework. So for today we can conclude the class. So we will meet again on next Monday. Right? අපි අදට පන්තිය මෙතනින් අවසන් කරනවා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් මොනවා හරි අහන්න ඕන නම් මම ඉන්නවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට ක්ලාස් එක අදට end කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So thank you for joining and good night.
Good night, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
Good night, Miss.
Good night.
Good night.